right now on SAU Weekly. The students have spoken. We sit down with your newly elected SGA president and vice president. And making a difference. How these fighting bees are helping others on campus, in our community, and abroad. And in sports, SAU Dance and Cheer cap off their historic seasons with another winning trip to the College Classic. Plus, highlights from softball and men's volleyball. Your latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University starts right now. Welcome to this edition of SAU Weekly, your source for the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University. I'm Camden Connor.
And I'm Ray Romulus.
SAU students made their voices loud and clear last week. SGA elections were held, and your new president, Taylor Snook, and vice president, Mallory Zeman, will take office next semester. In this week's What's the Buzz, they sit down with SAU Weekly's Bradley Thiessen Cooper to talk about their campaign and what students can expect from them.
Thanks. Joining me now in Higgins Hall is newly elected SGA President Taylor Snook and Vice President Mallory Zeman. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
You won the election with 65% of the vote, which is pretty impressive. How does that make you feel?
It's very, very exciting. It really shows that our mission, what we're hoping to accomplish this year, was reciprocated by 65% of the student body, or those that voted. It showed that students wanted to be heard, be safe, be involved, our motto for the year, and that they were reciprocative of kind of our goals for the year.
So what motivated you guys to run for SGA President and Vice President?
Because it just gives me an opportunity to be a voice for students who may not feel like they have a voice on this campus, and just to make a difference. Between me and Taylor, we've got a lot of things we want to accomplish, and being in these roles, it gives us the position to be able to do so. So I'm excited.
So how did this pairing come about? So how did you decide that you're running for president, you're running for vice president?
Well, it was a lot later decision than it was, I feel, last year. I kind of just asked Mallory, I'm like, would you be interested in running with me as my vice president? And it was a very short conversation, just kind of passing, a little 5-minute conversation. But at that moment, we knew that we wanted to better Ambrose. We both had the same kind of goals in the past as our freshman year. Senators advocating for more AEDs on campus, advocating for student safety. So we both had the same groundwork. And that really carried us knowing that we would be a good pair and would be able to work together for the same goals.
So what message would you have for students that didn't vote for you?
It's totally fine. Obviously, our goals may not be for everybody, but I would hope that what we will accomplish will better their lives, better their student experience. So while it may not have been the outcome that they wanted for their candidates, I pray and hope that we are able to accomplish something that leads to their satisfaction, their enjoyment, and their betterment as a student experience here.
So you guys kind of already mentioned this, you said you're a volunteer firefighter. So you both already have leadership experience. How will that shape your approach as president and vice president?
Absolutely. So everything we've done up to this point in our lives has shaped us for what we want to accomplish, where we are right now. And it really just gives you a framework, gives you a groundwork of how you're going to accomplish these things. So kind of like the biggest things we learned from those past leadership experiences is falling back on your support system. So here in this position now we have our advisors. So whether it's Dean Waugh, Jason Richter, those are all great people, great resources to bounce ideas off of.
Perfect. Well, Taylor, Mallory, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. With SAU Weekly, I'm Bradley Thiessen Cooper. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Bradley. You can watch this extended interview with Snook and Zeman now on The Hive.
A new system could change how Americans are enrolled in the selective service. The current selective service system requires all eligible men between 18 and 25 to register themselves. Under the new system, existing records will be used to automatically enroll eligible men in the selective service. The change will start in December, and officials say it is meant to streamline the process and reduce costs. The law does not mean a draft will go into effect, but it is leaving students on campus with mixed reactions.
I don't really have a problem with it. I think that it's deemed necessary, then that's something that we should do. Technically, I don't think it's not deemed unconstitutional, so if it's necessary, then.
Yeah, I just think that's really crazy and really weird, and I doubt many people would actually be excited to go.
I think Donald Trump started it. He should go fight for it. So good luck.
I don't think it really matters too much because when dudes turn 18, we have to register for the draft either way.
I honestly think, like, when I first heard about it, I was like, there's no way, because I don't know, I think it's just crazy how they're not even asking people if they, like, what if you had a plan and go to college or anything, and then that's just all messed up. And we don't even sign up for this war. Like, the government wants it, so maybe they should fight for it. And I'm not saying that's like the whole point, but yeah, I think that's my opinion.
Most students spent their spring break relaxing, but a team of SAU students spent time in rural Panama providing life-changing care. The group is now back at home, reflecting on a week filled with new perspectives and unexpected challenges. Co-advisor Ann Garton shares how the group tackled the trip's toughest hurdles, while senior Delia Schwartz explains why global health starts right here in our own community.
We saw about 350 people in 3 days and cared for them. And then our last couple days were around building an infrastructure for a water site. And we were not able to finish that, but we were able to start it because of the weather. It got in the way. Rain and concrete don't mix well. So what we do know, though, is our donations made it such that the local community could pay for the locals to be paid to finish that project.
I think having this experience will make me more understanding of people who have less access here. So global health, it's not just doing work in another country, it also helps us here. You know, people migrate, people move. So I think even having that understanding now that we are all connected, just because I was working and providing healthcare to people in Panama, that was strengthening my skills as a future nurse.
The impact of global brigades doesn't end in Panama. This weekend, the group is staying local volunteering at Project Renewal's Fit Fest in Davenport. The event gives local kids a chance to take on a challenging obstacle course. Good luck to everyone competing tomorrow.
The St. Ambrose Food Pantry is setting up shop for Earth Day. To celebrate, the pantry plans to paint canvas bags for customers to use. They hope the bags spread awareness about their services and also to cut down using normal plastic bags. Elena Maldum works for the food pantry and hopes this brings first steps to bring more attention to their work.
A drive towards the food pantry to make it more known, to make it known that there is this resource on campus, because a resource is like a huge part of a support team. And if we could take just a little bit of anxiety away from students, like that would be amazing to know that like they have one less thing to worry about.
Come support the St. Ambrose Food Pantry on April 22nd from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. for Earth Day.
Students from SAU are volunteering with Habitat for Humanity to help build a new home for one local family. SAU Weekly's Bradley Thiessen Cooper takes us on site.
St. Ambrose students spent their Saturday morning trading in textbooks for power tools and hard hats, volunteering with Habitat for Humanity. Students are making an impact on Quad City families by helping to bring this home one step closer to completion.
Habitat houses are a huge impact for the families that we serve because they're low-income families. Most of them have been pretty much like career renters their entire lives, and it's usually families that we're helping out, and so then it's getting them with the 0% interest mortgage through Habitat equity and stuff and helping them set up for future generations.
A new home is not the only benefit coming from this project. Students are getting new hands-on skills. Organizers say you don't need experience, just a willingness to help.
didn't know how much hard work goes in from the community building houses. You always think of just different people with contracts coming out, but it's nice to see people in the community actually building houses for the community.
Honestly, getting to operate some of the power tools. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that today with my lack of experience, but it's been a lot of fun.
Students used those new skills assisting to install the trusses and subflooring for what will eventually become the second floor of this home.
We spend so much time in school, and any time to be outside in the community and helping people is really valuable, and it relates to what I want to do in the future, which is obviously helping people as a PA.
Students had a shared sentiment to the future family that will one day call this building a home.
I hope you enjoy it. I really love the community, and I hope you're able to enjoy your house.
With SAU Weekly, I'm Bradley Teeson Cooper.
Thanks, Bradley. Habitat for Humanity relies on volunteers year-round. Organizers say students can still volunteer for the next build on May 2nd. A link to register can be found in the waggle. Coming up next in sports, SAU Dance and Cheer cap off their historic seasons with another winning trip to the College Classic.
Join SAU Weekly's Jess Vargas as she takes you inside SAU athletics. Stay tuned.
Tune in to KALA and hear something different. Programming that celebrates the diversity of our listeners. We're advocates for the arts, showcasing your favorite music from around the world. We're storytellers, producing award-winning news and educational podcasts. We're dedicated sports fans, bringing you the latest Fighting Bee action from St. Ambrose University. We're a learning lab, mentoring the next generation of broadcasters and content creators. A part of your community for 5 decades. We're KALA Radio, 88.5 FM and 106.1 FM. Turn it on and turn it up. Ready the studio in 3, 2.
Welcome to this edition of SAU Weekly, your source for the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University.
We begin with breaking news after a vehicle crashed into a non-residential campus building overnight.
We should always have places to promote inclusivity on and off campus.
You guys got the opportunity to scrimmage against 3 Division I basketball teams. How did your team benefit from that later on in the season?
Well, I think it's just a great experience for our players.
Being able to run and be around the people that I enjoy gives me a reason to be passionate about running.
Welcome to Stingers, discussions with SAU Bees over everyone's favorite drinks.
What happens to you, though, seriously, if you drink the whole cup?
You get all your papers done. And
You're right.
Visit Ragged Records, one of the largest record stores in the Midwest. Browse more than 30,000 new and used records, from timeless classics to new releases, and rare finds in every aisle. New to collecting vinyl? Check out our large selection of stereo equipment to spruce up your listening experience. Find your group at Ragged Records, located along Motor Row in Davenport, and in Rock Island next to Roz Talks.
Capture a piece of the past with Trash Can Annie, where vintage meets vibrant in every stitch. Browse our carefully curated collection of clothing and accessories, ranging from the late 1800s to current styles. Dress to impress with Laura's unique style and wardrobe consultations. Find a style and make it yours with Trash Can Annie, your destination for timeless fashion.
Whether you're a competitive runner, looking to stay fit, or just looking for comfort and support, Running Wild has you covered. Locally owned for more than 3 decades, Running Wild is the Quad City's trusted source for athletic wear and accessories. No matter your experience level, we'll help you find the right fit with all the top brands for running and walking and the latest in running apparel. Open 7 days a week, just up Brady Street. Don't walk, run to Running Wild, your run specialty store.
The St. Ambrose Dance and Cheer programs continue their dominance this spring. Both teams once again closing their seasons, bringing home multiple championships. The Fighting Bees wrapped up their season at the College Classic National Championship in Orlando, and they made a statement. After a third-place finish at the NAIA competition, the SAU Cheer closed out their great season by winning several championships. They finished first in the large co-ed division and won awards for pyramid, tumble, and group stunt routines. After the dance team claimed their fourth national title in 5 years, they went to Orlando and won the Pom and Team Performance National Championships. Both programs end the competition season proud of their accomplishments and the legacy they've built.
I would say it feels pretty good, especially as a team coming out of our NAIA National Championship and not getting the result we wanted necessarily, but getting to have that fun time with the team and still come out successful.
It was such a surreal moment, and that we worked so hard this season, and to know that we got recognized for it, so it's so awesome, and that I had my best friends really beside me is just such an amazing feeling.
The dance team was recognized with several individual awards. Sydney Offerman was named the 2026 NAIA Competitive Dancer of the Year. She was one of 10 Ambrose dancers to be selected as All-Americans. The cheer team also had 10 Bs receive All-American honors. Tay Otten and Savannah Shoemaker were named to the first team. SAU TV's very own Sydney Horseman, who has been on the NAIA All-American list each of the last 4 years, was named to third team. St. Ambrose men's volleyball has been enjoying a stellar season that qualified them for the CCAC tournament. Now they're looking to up their game even further as they head into postseason play. The Fighting Bees hosting Viterbo in the first round of the CCAC men's volleyball tournament. Early in the first set, Anthony Anderson pops the ball up to Pedro Zhang for the kill, putting the Bees up 9-3. With Viterbo threatening to close the gap, Matt Cannon sets up Michael Bose for a kill, keeping the Bees ahead 13-11. The Bees kept control of the set from there, winning 25-18. Into the second set, now Matt Cannon sets up Xander Larson to put down a kill, extending the Bees' lead to 10-6. Looking to cap off a dominant set, Anthony Anderson sets Pedro Zhang up for a set-winning kill, winning it 25-8 to put the Bees up 2-0 in the series. After dropping the third set, the Bees rebound cleanly, winning set 4, 25-19, to put away Viterbo 3-1 and advance to the second round.
Found out that the other team had some injuries, so there was going to be different lineups that maybe we hadn't prepared for. So that was a little challenging at the beginning, but as the match wore on, we got to a pretty good, comfortable level and played really well.
Personally, this is the farthest I've ever been in this tournament, and it's just we take it one day at a time and one practice at a time.
I think there's obviously going to be a pressure just to a playoff game, but this team has been working with each other since January, so all the work that we've put in and the trust that we have with each other, I think it makes it a lot easier going to these type of environments and get the big W.
Unfortunately for the Bees, the run came to a stop on Thursday. SAU lost all 3 matches to St. Xavier in the conference semifinals. SAU women's softball winners of 5 games in a row, looking to make it a 6th in a doubleheader against Trinity Christian. The Fighting Bees off to a great start, keeping the Trolls off the board most of the day. Top of the second, winning pitcher Leah Morrow with one of her 6th strikeouts of the day. Plenty of runs for the Ambrose offense. Bottom of the 4th, Becca Hagg with the sacrifice bunt to score Shay Edrick, making it 8-1. Next batter, Shay Meach with the fly ball to center field, deep enough to score Ann Enberg, making it 9-1. Then it is Taylor Martin with another fly ball. No one is catching this one. It's a 2-run home run. The Bees go on to win 11-1. The Fighting Bees also welcomed Clement to St. Vincent's on Monday. The Fighting Bees were led by strong performances from the pitching and the offense to get the win thanks to 2 insurance runs in the 6th inning. The Bees welcome Indiana South Bend to St. Vincent's this afternoon for a weekend series. On the other diamond, the first place Fighting Bees baseball team faced off against Judson over the weekend, splitting the series 2-2. Both teams got a preview of each other before the CCAC playoffs begin in early May. The Bees will be back in action tomorrow against Culver Stockton at Modern Woodman Park. An exciting weekend for SAU bowling. 2 members of the men's team, Tyler Close and Evan Flath, are competing in the Intercollegiate Singles Championship. Tyler Close has won a pair of matchups to advance to the semifinals on Saturday. That'll do it for Inside SAU Athletics. I'm Jess Vargas.
And that's all we have for you on this edition of SAU Weekly. We'll be back next week with the latest news in sports from St. Ambrose University.
Remember to check the SAU TV Facebook and Instagram pages for our newscasts, top stories, and more. You can also find them at The Hive at sauthehive.com. Thanks for watching.